Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey as we approach the end of the regular season. Tonight the Telford Tigers take on Basingstoke Bison. A little earlier on I had a chat with defenceman Martin Andre. So a pretty big ask for the defenceman at the moment. There's not many of you.
Yeah, I know. It's 5 of us and we have to rotate. But, you know, it's how it is. Reeves is injured. Marcus is kind of injured. So we just got to play what we got.
That said, recently with the younger players out there, you've had a string of decent results.
Yeah, I know. The guys playing good. They play solid defense. They play tactic what we got. Yeah.
So hopefully tonight you can upset Basingstoke's apple cart.
No, hopefully we will.
Thank you, Martin. Good luck.
Okay.
So tonight, Alan, a very pressured game for the Telford Tigers. The Basingstoke Bison, depending on how the results go at Swindon tonight, could be crowned league champions. It would be quite something if the Telford Tigers could take that away from them tonight.
It'll be a very exciting game tonight, Paul, because as you say, depending on other results tonight, Basingstoke can lift the championship, but of course the Tigers will come out fighting as ever.
Absolutely, and of course they're dependent on results elsewhere in the country, but there is quite a dominant presence of Basingstoke fans here tonight in the hope that will happen, and they will make a lot of noise in the building tonight.
They will do. There's a massive following come down. You can bet your bottom dollar their heads are going to be down on their smartphones watching results from around the country tonight. So
let's take a look at the first period action. As we face off, referee Matthews raises his hands in the air, drop the puck. Basingstoke win the draw. Back to Baird. D-to-D pass. Lack drives up the centre of the ice. The puck gets dropped to the D-man. A rush forward by Karpov up the right wing. Martin Andre directs him to the boards, gives him a shove. He digs the puck out from his feet. Karpov backhands it to Lack. Behind the net, passes out in front. Babrea gets a touch to it. Shot from the point comes from Baird, and the puck goes into the corner. And 22 seconds in, and it's a very intense game as the Basingstoke Bison keep the puck in Basingstoke's end. Baird made a wrist shot. Lack deflected the puck behind the goal, which was the ooh you heard from Alan Gould sat beside me as Babrea puts it in on the backhand. Swung by Novak into the corner.
The pace of this game, 5-6 minutes in now, is absolutely
Danny Rose banks the puck off the boards. Macroft picks it up, passes forward to Miller, winds up, lets the slap shot go, and it's a pad and stick save from Hedelovsky, sends the puck right into the rafters of Telford Ice Rink as Joe Miller gets the shot away from Macroft's pass across the blue line.
Take a breath, son.
That's what, I'll have a drink, you talk.
Well, I'm swigging tea now because my throat's been bad for a couple of days, but I wasn't going to miss this one. John Neville, where are you tonight?
He's here. I've seen him earlier. Yeah, he's here. And there's a battle between Martin Andre, and he ends up coming worse off as Lack throws his weight behind the hit. A shot comes in from Long onto Thomas Murdy, makes a stick save, and the puck goes up into the netting. There's a bit of a battle behind the net. That was the after effects of that earlier hit, and they're battling now in the corner, well, behind the net, should I say. Bowley steps up, backhand, beautiful pass to Rick Plant. Steps up to the blue line once again. White heads for the corner. Plant pulls it away from the D-man, takes it into the corner. Zajac up on the point. Bit of a battle against the boards once again, and you'd always fancy Plant to come out better off for that. Thompson, cross-ice pass, goes up in the air. Tawolski tips the puck forward. Martin Andre gets there first, tries to backhand it off the boards. Tawolski kicks it forward. Andre pushing and shoving Tawolski towards the boards. Dale White's in there in the supporting role. The puck tight against the boards as the players kick their skates. A stick gets up to it, goes up to the point. Shot comes in from the point, into the body of Thomas Murdy. Drops down in front of him, freezes the puck down, and then you see the Basingstoke player was waiting to see if there was a rebound, and Sam Zajac comes in, throws quite a late hit to force the player out of the way. Zarbo, cross-ice pass, hits Novak. Skates over the blue line, delays, puts the puck into the corner. Davis picks it up, rims it round the boards, picked up by Zarbo, delays the play. Moving the puck around the outside. Zajac fakes to Danny Davis on the back post. Gives it to Novak. Scoops at the netminder. Hanelovsky makes a save. Puck behind the net. Defenseman forces Novak on his feet. Puck's up to Zajac. Shoots in front. Miller screening the netminder. Novak backhands the rebound. And Novak now pushing and shoving. And Kieran Long came in as the third man in and pulls him away from the play. And the emotion of this game is spilling over as Long and Novak tie up after the original altercation in front of the goal, and the tempers of the players are running high as the Tigers still got 57 seconds left on the play. Well, the penalty box is open for Novak.
There was a tie-up in front
I think you've got both guys, and these penalties will go coincidental. The door's open. Oh, no.
Novak's good.
Has Novak been ejected?
How can he possibly be?
He can't believe it as he looks at the linesman, but he is.
Novak was set up on there.
Novak's going to the dressing room, and you can see him questioning with the linesman as if to say, why is that? What am I going for? So that's a major penalty going against Novak.
Well, even with this, the rumbles that have gone on, we've seen a cracking game of ice hockey. Here's Karpov, winds up on the blue. Ooh, he gets a shot that's deflected.
Puck goes up, Greener picks up the puck.
Babrea's leg, and he's limping.
Basingstoke on the power play. Karpov puts the puck down, drops in. Karpov.
It's a perfect time to go in.
Side to side. Greener moving the puck. They're playing like the umbrella power play. And the shot comes across. Thomas Murdy. Oh, the puck goes over. I think Thomas Murdy got to it. And it bobbles over. Kieran Long getting the first goal of the night for the Basingstoke Bison on 18 minutes and 47 seconds. 89. Kieran Long, the goal scorer. 18 minutes and 47 seconds. A power play goal. So the 2 minutes will expire. And that leaves exactly 2 minutes left on the major penalty. So the puck goes behind the net. Miller putting the pressure on. Reynolds tries to carry it out. Plant gets in front of him. The puck's on the boards. Plant kicks it forward. He gets hauled down by Reynolds. You hear the crowd call for a penalty. It may have been holding. I can see why he wouldn't call it at this stage of the game. Against the boards, battling for the puck. Reynolds picks it up. Curls around the back of the net. Just goes around the back of the net against the boards. And as we come, as a big hit played by Sam Zajac, and at the end of the first period, Joe Miller exchanging passionate words with the referee Matthews as he skates off the ice. Basingstoke 1 goal up. So Alan, what a period of hockey.
Well, what a demonstration we've seen from two teams there, playing their hearts out, you know, back to back, forward, up and down, back and back, penalties, fighting, everything.
I think I said it during the game, this is like a game of playoff hockey. Both players are playing like the life depends on it.
Absolutely, you know, we've been treated to an example of absolute brilliant tactical ice hockey there. We've seen a bit of everything, and unfortunately for Telford at the moment, they're trailing 1-0 to a well-taken power play goal right at the end.
Now, Novak received that major penalty. That means there's going to have to be restructuring in the lines for Tom Watkins' men. He's already pretty short-handed.
I feel sorry for Tom, you know, as if he hasn't got enough problems to get lines put together. He's managed again, as we've seen, to put 3 fantastic lines together, changed them around a little bit, very, very strong lines, of which any could go out as a power play line as well, so well done to Tom. But yeah, he's going to have to do a little bit more now. Interestingly, looking at the stats as well, Telford outshot Basingstoke 15-8, so almost 2-1 on shots. And that again is the same old story we saw at the start of the season. It kind of levelled out in the middle. We're coming to the end and we're seeing the Tigers getting the majority of the shots, but not the majority of the goals at the moment. We had a number of penalties towards the end of the game. We'll start the next period 4-on-4, and then after 47 seconds, the Tigers will have a few seconds of power play as we take a look at the second period action. And Matthews looks across, the drops the puck. It is, it is. Thomas Murdy delays the puck. Martin Andre sets up the play. We're 4-on-4. As there's just under a minute on the penalties both ways. Puck cleared around on the boards. Puck comes in and Babrea gets a puck in the face. It comes off and you see him drop like a stone, but it came across from the pass from behind the net from the Basingstoke player, caught him in the bottom of the jaw, and he dropped onto the floor like a stone. I think it's more the shock of getting when the puck hits you. And a goal comes from Max Babrea right in front, and that's the best way to answer it. Peter Zabo finishes it off in front of the slot as the Telford Tigers get themselves on the score sheet at 21 minutes and 38 seconds. Goal number 1 for the Telford Tigers. Game on at the Telford Ice Rink. 1-on-1, Connolly, Rose, walks in, shoots, deflects from Thomas Murdy's catching it over the top of the net, drops down in front of the Sliders corner.
Davis passes out on the backhand to Macroft, runs into Geraldine. Davis picks up the loose puck, delays to Miller, walks in, beautiful. Shoots with a slap shot, blocker save towards the Tigers bench, kept in by the backhand of Dan Scott as a line change is made. Miller's behind the net. Danny Rose, all the time in the world, shoots, it goes up to the left side. The rebound drops down to Peter Zabo, who fires the rebound home from the shot from Danny Rose. Hadalowski did what he needed to make the save, but the puck dropped to the feet of Peter Zabo. Took a bit of doing to pick the puck up, fired it into the empty net behind Geraldine, and now the Telford Tigers lead 2-1 on 25 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, testament to what Tom Watkins has shuffled these lines around there. Absolutely fantastic work from the guy.
At 29 minutes and 38 seconds. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Welcome back to the Telford Tigers versus Basingstoke Bison. 2-1 the scoreline, 29 minutes and 38 seconds. Pretty much on the halfway mark of the game.
It's gone very, very intense.
Off the draw, Miller back across to Martin Andre. Forward to Joe Miller. Backhanded off the boards to Wolski. Passes it forward. Watt dumps it corner to corner. Zajac off the boards. Davis backhands it round. Watt throws the puck down, and Watt loses his footing as Martin Andre shoves him down. Barmer shoots from the point, and Thompson almost got a tip on it, but it went wide to the left of the post. Bit of traffic in front of the net. Zabo battles on the blue line for the puck. Miller steps the puck up, backhands it over. Macroft makes the shot. Pad save. Basingstoke high stick the puck out of the zone. You hear the fans cheering, but because the puck dropped to Dan Scott, it is not a high stick. You've got to get the advantage by dropping to a teammate. If it drops to the opposite team and it's a puck high stick violation, it ain't a high sticks.
Well, Basingstoke were just lost as to what to do there. They're trying the
long presses forward off the boards. Danny Rose, Marcus Maynard. Rose in the corner. Basingstoke's forechecking forward, loses his feet. Maynard turns, looks up ice, gives it to Babrea, steps over the blue line. Rose drives forward. Scott from the point, shoots wide to the right of the post. And Basingstoke's defenseman tries to hold Babrea out and ends up pushing his own netminder over.
Hadalowski was upended by Barmer there. He was trying to move Babrea.
He was trying to wrestle Babrea out the slot.
It's nothing significant coming from anybody for the last sort of 5 minutes. Now Miller picks it up.
Steps up, carries it in, walks it in, he's got the delay. Macroft picks it up, pulls it inside, walks in on the paper, goes for the top shelf, and Hadalowski gets to the puck. He tried to lift it into the top right-hand corner, and Hadalowski read it well. Wow, what a game of hockey here at the Telford Ice Rink tonight.
I think James Shaw's got his work cut out this weekend, other than this one, because there's not a lot you can cut out.
We've got an half-hour show, we're not halfway through the game yet. Greener finds a pass to Connolly. He's only got to get past Danny Rose, but Danny Rose says, no, you ain't. Plant picks the puck up in the corner, tips it over the top, comes into neutral ice. Bowley picks it up, tries to cut inside the defenseman, who clutches towards Bowley's stick. And now, Joe Baird carries it forward onto the right side, takes it into the end zone, dumps it high towards the net, deflects off the glass behind the back of the goal. Puck's up in front of the Zamboni gate. Now Greener walks in front, makes the shot, and he gets the goal. He walks it in from the back of the net, goes in the top shelf. It hit Thomas Murdy on the shoulder, rolled over his shoulder and dropped into the back of the net behind him. And now Basingstoke bring it back to 2-2 on 37 minutes and 38 seconds. I think it was Joe Greener that nailed the goal in the end. Off the draw, Zajac. A minute and 45 seconds left in period 2. Puck deflects from Lack's stick as he heads towards Dan Scott. Puck's in the corner, banked off the boards. And now Greener walks in, shoots, and it's good! He beats Thomas Murdy on the left-hand side, and Greener celebrates, dropping down onto his right knee and pulling inside. He steps in to the top of the hash marks, fires the puck 3/4 of the way up the net, and beats Thomas Murdy on the left side to put Basingstoke 3-2 up.
52 seconds between those two
at
goals.
38 minutes and 30 seconds.
Of a brilliant
what a
game.
period
What an outlet for ice hockey it is. Absolutely Mog's just standing here in the
Players
point ready,
reset. Puck comes out onto the boards. Driven down low. Towalski switch inside, strong on his stick, puts it behind the net, ends up on the floor with Rick Plant on top of him. And they're pushing and shoving each other to hold each other out. The net's off, and Zajac gives a cheeky shove towards Thompson. And the players now locking out, and Zajac exchanging words with Thompson. He dumped him off the play. Obviously not happy with something. Watt's got a massive grin from ear to ear on his face.
They're all buddies.
The referee's just pointing to the face-off spot. When you're ready, Zajac carries the puck around behind the net, tries to pass it up ice, deflects off the boards, comes into neutral ice. Bit of a clash on the boards between Mog and Babrea. Mog's lost his stick, shot on the end of the period, and we finish period 2. Telford Tigers 2, Basingstoke Bison 3. 7 minutes into that period, I thought Telford had got it.
It looked that way, didn't it?
It certainly did.
There was certainly a surge from them coming out from the first period, which was brilliant in itself. And, you know, swings and roundabouts, up and down, back and forward, and here we are, 3-2 to Basingstoke.
It just shows what a goal can do. Greener created that goal from the back of the net. There wasn't a great deal Thomas Murdy could have done about it. He shot it high, deflected off his helmet into the back of the net. But then that gave Greener the confidence when he came down 50 seconds later to have a go, and that beat Thomas Murdy, and that really set the Tigers back a couple of paces.
It's one of these things, you know, Thomas Murdy's head must have gone down a little bit with the way the first one went in against him, and then Basingstoke capitalised on his nervousness, let another relatively easy shot go, which went in again. It's going to have knocked him further, so he's going to have some soothing words from his coach.
There is only one goal in it. It's a really tense game. Both teams are playing like every shift is their last. Can Telford do this?
They can do it. I mean, I'm not going to say they are going to do it because Basingstoke are as equal to matching them. But you know, we've seen it in the past. Telford have come out and we've thought, okay, at the start of the season they're very, very lethargic in the third and they never picked it up. But of late they have managed to pick up. And the short-handedness is inspiring those guys to come out and work even harder.
Let's see what Tommy Watkins' men do as we take a look at the third period action. Basingstoke win the draw as Matthews drops the puck. It goes back in the direction of the netminder. He deflects the puck off the boards and Joe Baird picks it up to set up the play. We're here for the third period action of the Telford Tigers taking on Basingstoke Bison. Martin Andre sets up the breakout behind the net. 53 seconds with a man advantage. Plant drives up the right side. Babrea heads for net. Macroft, half cocked at the top of the circle, has to retrieve the puck off the boards. Keeps it down low. Babrea up to Martin Andre. Macroft comes across, but there's not quite enough on it for the first time shot. There is this time as he fires it wide to the left of the post, and he's half cocked, ready for the next one. Martin Andre puts it into the corner. Plant up to Andre, across, Macroft fires it home, and this time it's just wide to the left of the post and deflects off the boards, right round, back round to Rick Plant, and it's probably about 8 inches wide to the left of the post, the last two shots. Plant walks it in to Babrea, back to Plant. Plant runs into trouble. We end up with a rugby scrum, and Basingstoke dump the puck down the end of the ice to tick off the last 5 seconds of the Telford power play. Babrea cuts inside, 3 Basingstoke players back, and Basingstoke Karpov returns back onto the ice, goes to the bench for a line change, and Watt backhands the puck off the boards. Rose deflects the puck off the boards. Mogg skates forward, only as far as Danny Rose, who tips the puck forward to Joe Miller. Curls back into his own end. Towalski put him under pressure. Skated out by Watt into neutral ice. Hits the blue line, shoots and scores!
A beautiful goal!
And Thomas Murdy didn't even see that coming. It beat between his right shoulder and his post. He shoots the puck down the ice in disgust. You can see Thomas Murdy knew nothing about that shot until it was in the back of the net. Bowley. Murdy's gone. We're up to 6 skaters with an empty net. 1 minute and 5. Basingstoke clear it off the boards into neutral ice. Marcus Maynard picks it up. Macroft. Babrea. Down the right side. Comes in front of the bench. Walks it in. Shoots. Pad saved by Hidelovsky. Kicked out to Joe Bird.
Greener's got it.
Greener's got the puck. Tries to tip it forward. Karpov gets it in neutral ice. Danny Rose steps up to him. Miller backhands it off the wide to the left of the post. It goes round behind the net. The empty net's on, and you see the Basingstoke player.
Miller's
Greener. I don't know whether it's his ankle or something. He tied up with Greener, and
here
Miller
we go.
hobbles off the ice.
Here we go.
Connolly walks
Empty
in
net goal.
and fires it into the empty net. Is it Kieran Long or Connolly? It was Connolly, I think, for the Basingstoke Bison, bringing it up to 5-2 the scoreline. Empty net goal on 59 minutes and 37 seconds, pretty much making Basingstoke Bison the worthy winners of this game, 5-2. You've got to give the work rate to Basingstoke tonight. It was a fantastic performance. Basingstoke fire it towards Thomas Murdy, deflects it out, Maynard picks it up. Phantoms have beat Wildcats 5-2, so although Basingstoke have won tonight, they won't be crowned league champions tonight. A walk in, and a shot comes this time from Tawolski, and now Dale White drives wide up the right side, gets a shot, and at the end of the game, it's Basingstoke Bison 5, Telford Tigers 2, but it's not enough to crown them champions. They've got to go on and win another couple of games in order to achieve that, but a great game, giving them a 5-2 win tonight.
So, the game started really strong with a great performance from the guys.
I thought 35 minutes we were excellent. I thought we battled really hard. We were good on the puck. We dominated that second period up until the last 5 minutes, and ultimately I think that's the 5 minutes that has cost us the game. We are short on bodies. It's a fact. We lose Blaho through the game, and our energy systems are down at that point. They give up 2 quick goals. It didn't give us an opportunity to really step on the gas in the third because of lack of bodies, and it allowed Basingstoke to kind of shut up shop and keep us to the outside. And you know what, they did a good job of it through the third period. But for half the game, I was pleased, really pleased with how we played.
So a disappointing result for Tom Watkins' men as the Basingstoke Bison stay top of the league. And the next home game here at the Telford Ice Rink will be on Sunday against Swindon Wildcats. It'll be a 6 o'clock face-off, and tickets available online from tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey.